1980s Fade to Black.
Oh yeah.
You got a shy, lonely film buff embarks on a killing spree against those who browbeat and betray him, all the while stalking his idol, a Marilyn Monroe lookalike. Written and directed by Vernon Zimmerman, who wrote 1989's Teen Witch, if you're familiar with that movie. uh, and Jason, do you have any information?
Tagline: Meet Eric Benford, the ultimate movie buff. If you know someone like him, run. And that's kind of funny because, like, he reminds me of a lot of us. I mean, he's into a bit more than horror, but definitely like his room looks a lot like my dining room, like movie memorabilia everywhere, stereo equipment, TVs. Yeah, like right behind you. But distributed by American Cinema Releasing and out on Blu-ray through Vinegar Syndrome, which I picked this one up this year, 2021. Looks great. Recommend it.
A couple cast highlights here. You got Dennis Christopher, who plays the lead character Eric Benford. He is also in the 1990 It miniseries. He plays Eddie Spaghetti. So keep a lookout for him. Then you got Tim Thomerson as Dr. Jerry Moriarty. My favorite character in this movie. He's Dollman.
Yep.
And he's in Trancers. He plays Jack Death. He's like the main dude in Trancers. Big full moon guy. Mickey Rourke is in this movie as Richie. You'll, of course, know him from The Wrestler, Sin City, Spun, all those fun movies. This was way before he turned into a weird Hollywood witch. But this movie really like takes you right back to 1980 from the beginning production card. You're in a completely different time period. And no matter what happens in this movie, I'm on board with Tim Thomerson. Like from the moment they open a scene on him playing harmonica between bumps of cocaine. What a dude.
And he's there to help the kids.
Yeah. But besides bagpipes, that's got to be the worst instrument there is. I cannot stand harmonica.
It's rough
I love
when
the bagpipes.
Someone pulls them out. Then they cut to him apparently having sex with the lady cop. And when they come out from under the covers, they have a box of Ritz crackers. Whatever lifestyle this dude is living, I am all about it. It's just weird, and he doesn't give a fuck. And there's so many weird characters. Benford's aunt makes it seem as though she's like exchanging weird sex stuff for money, sort of like he asks her for money and she's like, be back as soon as the movie's over. I need my back rubbed or something like that.
Right. Yeah, that was so weird.
Makes him promise to come right home. Well, because he also says the usual interest rate. It's like, gross. I laughed out loud when he has an interaction with a hooker and he offers her $10 and he says,
hey, back in the 80s that was a lot of money.
Yeah, it was 1980. That's gotta be like $40.
His quote is, I've got $10. What about me? I laughed at that. Sometimes Eric gets a little annoying. He does this Weasley laugh sometimes that doesn't really work for me. There's some really cheesy stuff I didn't like. The psycho nod was stupid. I did not like that. The Marilyn character really seems to be taking the first shower she's ever experienced, though. She's laughing when the water's hitting her. It's like the first time she's ever touched water or something. I mean, maybe she's never been drunk before. I don't know, but she doesn't know how to act drunk. Whatever. I don't understand what the catalyst was to him losing his mind exactly. It seems like he was fairly smart, maybe slightly autistic, but out of nowhere he just sort of slips into madness. Like, from what happened? What was the thing? Was it just too much? I don't know where the tipping point was, you know. The fashion decision he makes where he's wearing the tattered leather jacket with leather gloves a red button-up shirt, and overalls. That's great. That might be my favorite thing that he does in the movie is just walk around LA looking like a full-blown Looney Tune. I'd like to see this movie remade with Michael Cera in that role. I think it would work out well. You get one of the
Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah. You get one of the angriest masturbation scenes you'll ever witness.
Oh God!
I thought he was going to rip it off. Wow. When he shows up to work and he has an interaction with his boss, that might be the best scene in the movie for me. He goes into some weird character and his boss is so pissed and he's got this sandwich and he's just fucking throwing it around. And then at the end of it, he like waggles it around, he bites it and spits it out everywhere. Just the sandwich work in that scene. I'm telling you, go back and look at it. It's worth a second glance. Where did the guy who was borrowing money from his aunt go to the like he's borrowing this money? Where did he get the money for the old timey gangster car and the Tommy gun and the fucking whole get up that he's got? He's borrowing $20 from his aunt to go to see a movie. How the fuck did he pull that together? That's a lot of questions, but I don't know what the pills were they were taking at one point. Does anybody know? Him and Marilyn were just popping pills.
I'm pretty sure those are Quaaludes.
Oh yeah.
Just to like OD on something, I think is what he was trying to get to happen.
Right. This one was pretty weird. I enjoyed it, but I don't know if I'd go back and rewatch it a bunch or anything. Original concept would be great for a reboot. 6 out of 10. Jason?
Well, I don't know if I can't even picture what you're talking about. He was dressed up in. Like I can picture.
Oh, maybe
every other time. I mean, you don't need to go through all that.
You just go ahead and.
Okay, I'll just go ahead. Yeah. So, not much gore. Not many on-screen kills. I do like that he dresses up each time for a different kill. Him dressed up when he was Hopalong Cassidy, like that was. They could have done the whole movie like that. Like that was freaky looking. That was terrifying the way he looked. But if you're going to have nudity, you're going to have him playing with himself in bed. You're going to have an R rating. Like, give me some kills. Give me a little bit of blood. If Tom Savini would have did the kills and the effects for this, it'd be a 10 out of 10. But it's kind of weird. This is kind of a movie that I waited to purchase. Like I found some like bootleg stuff, but finally when Vincent announced that they were going to release this, I was really excited. I like the movie. I give it a 7 out of 10.
See what he's wearing there? Can you see that photo?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I guess,
If you could see the whole thing, he's got overalls on.
Yeah, I could. I know. Now I was just trying to play it back in my head. I could picture every other one, but that one.
I do like
Hopalong Cassidy. That was weird. That was
terrifying. And I like how they show you what they're referencing. Like they show you a little clip or whatever of what the kill is referencing. But anyways, John.
Yeah, so I think this was like the second time I've seen this movie. I saw it a long time ago when it was, at one point it was on Netflix, like when Netflix was awesome with their horror section, like right when streaming was hitting like mainstream. So I caught this because I was like, oh, there's all these movies I've heard about, watch them while I can. It was weird back then. It was kind of cooler now. Tim Thomerson was funny. But the whole aunt dynamic, aunt mom, Norman Bates dynamic, it was so freaking weird, man. Like, and that dude, he plays pathetic so well. He was like cringy pathetic.
That's why he's good. That's why he's good in it too, because he's like, it's kind of the same character almost.
He's kind of a mess. Yeah,
he's under his mom's thumb in that one too.
The mother-son dynamic. it kind of like, I guess now that you said that, it kind of reminded me of Dead Alive, the mother and son.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit. Oh.
But yeah, I noted about that Hop Along Cassidy mask. That whole get up. That was creepy.
The whole thing.
That was that weird. That face was weird. It was like it was almost right, but not, and that's what made it weird. What was the tipping point? I think, you know what? He just snapped. The
Those guys
he's like, fuck
those
it,
guys
let's
didn't
do
pay
this.
him his money. He won that bet. They didn't pay him.
Oh.
And then
That must have done it.
And then his aunt mom screeching at him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, was it when the girl didn't show up to the date or whatever it was?
That'll do it too.
That was it.
But she did end up meeting up with him, right? Like, didn't she find him?
Eventually.
I don't know.
I think he lured her there or something. He
found her.
He found her. Yeah, like I really liked the Bela Lugosi makeup they did on him. That was like a pretty good makeup. Like it just looked, it was Halloweeny and stuff, but like it was clean. It was real nice. Irwin Yablans produced this. The guy, he also produced Halloween, so that you saw that random clip of Halloween just in there. Like, oh hey, here's Halloween.
Another movie that has Night of the Living Dead playing in it.
Yeah.
Well, it was probably royalty free. I mean that movie was public domain or whatever. Mm-hmm. So
yeah. Oh man, how about the scene? I like this scene where he caught a ride with that producer.
Yeah.
And what did he call it? Alabama and the 40
Thieves?
Was it the 40 Thieves? I felt like it was something else. I can't remember.
I don't know.
That was that whole thing, and then he stole his idea like right out in the open, and he freaks out from that. Mm. This would have worked as a Maniac style gory movie. I think it would have drove it up a lot more. It would have made it much more effective.
Definitely.
But it looked cool. The acting was all right. Vintage Mickey Rourke, that was cool. He was such a douchebag in it. It's probably a 6 for me. I forgot to write it down, but it's probably a 6.
Rob?
Basically, I got a kick out of the movie. It kind of reminded me of a Scooby-Doo episode on acid. It was like he transforms himself into these different characters to scare the people at first, and then he takes them out. Kind of like when he gives that dude a heart attack by dressed up as the mummy. It's like most people, would just thought that shit was hilarious, because he looked kind of ridiculous to me. But we're talking like some old guy with a heart condition, and he's coming at him slowly and all that. You can almost hear the Scooby-Doo music while it's going on. I do think that the kills should have been a lot more gory, but it's back in the 80s, and not a lot of films were as gory as they should have been, back in the day.
This was 1980, right? So
yeah.
So this was kind of before we started getting the blood and gore from the slasher craze.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But what do you give it out of 10?
I think on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd probably give it like a 6.5. Because it's like one of those movies you watch it once, and you get it, and then it's kind of like, oh, okay, I'll just put it over here and leave it alone now.
Get on the shelf.
Yeah, I feel like I don't.
I'll revisit every 10 years.
It does.
Yeah, in the mood or whatever.
That Blu-ray does look sweet as shit, though. Like, I mean, just art-wise, you could put that on a little display.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing though, the trailer for that movie was creepy as hell. The one where he crushes that soda pop in the movie theater. You guys do you ever see that trailer?
I don't think I watched.
I don't think I saw the
I don't
trailer.
think I
I saw the
remember
trailer
that.
in the theater when I was a kid, and the trailer scared the shit out of me. And it was just like, he's just sitting there in the movie theater, and then at the end of the trailer, he's holding this soda, and he crushes the soda real quick, and it was a really creepy vibe. You can probably find the trailer on YouTube somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Twinkle, twinkle, movie star. Eric knows just where you are. Try to run, try to hide. You won't get out of this alive. Dennis Christopher in Fade to Black. Rated R.
Fade to Black now playing at a theater near you.